we don't get surprised that often or sit down and stop what we're doing.
Because we're old and jaded and bitter.
We are. We are all those things and more, much more. But we saw this new. I'm gonna call him a new artist. He's been around for.
He's new to us. You guys have made risk. Be like, no, we've known about this
for like a year.
Yeah.
Ren.
Yeah.
Ren. We discovered this, and we were talking about so many things, like the importance of music videos today, and how like so many people have lost the importance of that and dispersing your music out. And they were talking about his new guitar players and things that excite us. And then you brought this up, and we all sat down. We watched the video. I was like, all right. I thought it was just like going to be some. I mean, my first impression when I was watching the video, HI Ren, was that as I saw, I was like, okay, he's like an Eastern European, like he's gonna be this flamenco radical classical guitar player that's gonna do all this crazy like two-handed tap.
Starts that way, right?
That's
what I thought when I saw it at first too.
I was like, so I was fascinated. I was like, all right, let's hear this because this will be cute. And I saw like the lyrics pop up below, and I was like, maybe there's just like a before the rapping started, and then he started singing,
but like way then, well, yeah.
Like that part.
Yeah.
But no, like that. And we want to talk about this to encourage other people that are in that rut, like us sometimes. Say, God, I put on the same playlist every day, all the time. I was like, I can't stand listening to the same music all the time. It just drives me nuts. I'm always looking for new. But this was it was challenging, but it was enjoyable.
We put on videos like that all the time. Like somebody says, oh, did you see the thing? And then we all gather around Derek's computer and we watch it.
Part of our production early morning meetings.
I can probably count on one hand how many times we watch the whole video. Usually it's 40 seconds. We're like, got it.
Like we can talk on that if we want to or not. We all sort of sat.
But not even if we're going to do a video. I just mean if we're just watching a thing. Because
let's break into this.
We watched the whole thing. We watched 9 minutes, 20 seconds. Crazy.
Which is for one video, which is crazy. You got to watch the video. So the performance in this video is a theatrical release performance of what Ren's doing, I think.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Just and I'm not going to call it acting. I'm calling it the performance. It looks like they captured a real performance from him on camera. And the cinematography is great. The set work is great. The lighting is great. The sound of the recording is great because he's playing through like almost like peeking out nylon string guitar. I hear the microphone's peeking out. He's hitting it hard.
He's hitting it. It does that thing where he goes out of tune.
It starts to break up almost. Like it is what it is. It's not meant to handle that type of aggressive play. But the lyrics, I mean, normally times lyrics can just like go or it doesn't matter or something.
You didn't care.
It's like poetry.
It's a pretty when you realize what's happening. I mean, it's pretty intense, like mental health kind of stuff. I
was gonna say it's like poetry, but poetry sucks normally, and this is like cool poetry.
It's really cool. I mean, it's literally two sides of a conversation. If you were like split personalities in your head, or maybe it's not split personalities, maybe it's like you could almost take it as like demonic or another personality or whatever. It's just really interesting.
Well, this and some of his other pieces or songs we checked out, it is like a serious rebuke on the mental health industry. Is what he's sort of attacking. Which is fascinating because it sings me back to thinking of, the circa 2006, 8, whatever, My Chemical Romance was the same of like teen. Like I haven't seen like a band he's not a band, he's him, and he's not like mainstream like MCR became, but just that's approaching that and getting traction with not huge socials right now.
Right.
Like the socials are not like these high industry plant level type of things. Yeah. It's like a dude that's got some people around him and he knows how to do his socials. Like his stuff is good. Like we're watching some of his YouTube talking.
Yeah, I just watched some of his stuff on his Facebook. I mean, like there's like 114,000 followers. And also interestingly enough, he looks like he is going through like it was in Lyme disease. Mm-hmm. Got dropped by a label maybe over that. We found a GoFundMe account for that. So I don't know where he is in that. I mean, we could be really late to the party. I don't know, but it looks like a video I just watched that he's still, doing a lot of treatments and different things.
No, like right just now. Like he's sharing his like his eating retinue and like how he's living and
how many pills he's taking for this treatment. But yeah,
but then something like just the idea of because I get jaded too because I said that trigger word industry plant. Like I didn't even know that was a thing until like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Until we were talking to some of the guys in the industry and like, oh no, this person or she or he like they're all groomed to be signed in this way, blah blah blah. The family and connected.
Kind of crazy when you think about it, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was like they were sort of poised, and it wasn't like discovered from. I feel like this is like authentic anger, like a real person. Like, and I feel like if you were his manager or agent, you'd be like, "Holy crap, what's he gonna say next? This is gonna go off the rails in any second?" And that's what's exciting.
I mean, you get talented people and you get people who've gone through things, but this seems like the perfect storm of went through a really hard thing, going through a really hard thing, super honest personality, and ridiculously talented, all smushed together. So it's there for you to sort of see, which I think is rare.
Yeah, and if you're watching us for the first time, you're like, why are you guys talking about this? Because we don't normally talk about stuff like this, because we don't normally get moved.
No, it was just
in a way. We just talk about gear and guitar stuff in the industry, and we love it.
Or whatever.
But I thought this was like a dude that was going to be like some shredder guitar guy, and he's pretty damn good at guitar. But it wasn't. That's why I was going to be sort of bored if that's all it was. Like,
that was secondary.
That belongs on the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent.
Right.
I'm not really fascinated in seeing how great he is at guitar and playing on the cruise ship or the Vegas show. This was like seeing the birth of an artist for me for the first time. It is like the first time I saw MCR.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, I saw that Helena video or Helena, however you want to pronounce it. It's just battles between people. There's really not. There's one right way. But no, it's like I was like, oh, there's, and it's raw. It's got that Eminem thing.
I will say though, to keep this guitar, not to keep it, but just I think there's something to learn there. He is great, and he carried that whole, like, there's nothing else but his voice
and guitar
and that nylon string guitar. So I think there is something to be said that, hey, if you're a rapper or you're a singer, be great at guitar, because he carried it. It was interesting.
You don't have to be as great as him. Just be okay at guitar. And if your talent and your performance and your vocal abilities can carry it and I'd say he's a rapper and a singer.
But I'd say he's a good case for be as good as, I mean, not everybody has it in him to be, the virtuoso or whatever. Be as good as you can reasonably be.
You got us old little curmudgeons like fascinated.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a guitar player. Oh,
yeah.
He just tricked me. He's not. He's doing this Ed Sheeran thing, but not so soft. He's doing this Eminem thing, but not so Detroit.
I mean, Ed Sheeran's pretty good guitar player.
But I was just thinking like,
but yeah, no, you're saying
vocally,
right,
and everything. He's not singing about love and Barcelona.
That's what I think intrigues me too. Is that the topic of his song is
and it'll be fun to watch him morph and grow as an artist. And because I saw him on one of my social things the other day, and I didn't know who he was because I'd never been exposed to him. I was like, wow, how are these people singing these words?
I think there's a lot of words.
And I didn't look up who he was until we were watching it this morning, and you were like, "Hey, let's check out this guy." No, it reminds me of, Derek was saying too, it has a little bit of that Dark Knight feeling.
Yeah,
because he immediately when I saw him was like Peeky Blinders, Cillian Murphy,
especially with the accent
and the haircut, and he has that sort of. He's from Wales, I believe, but it has that. It was definitely that very like sort of Manchesterian. I can't. Oh, Manchesterian, Manchesterites. I don't know. It just had a cool. When you watch the Peeky Blinders, like the haircut too. He could be one of
in the show.
Thomas Shelby's cousins.
Right. No, I mean that's true.
Which I can't wait. And if you have watched our channel before, you know that I get distracted when I start thinking about great movies in cinema. Now I can't wait. If you haven't watched all Peeky Blinders, it's a great show. It sort of tapers off a bit at the end and gets a little bit diluted and confusing. But there's apparently going to be a wrap up movie that they're working on just to sort of finalize it, which they need because it did not end on a complete point. Okay. I was a little bit irritated. I was like, this better not be the ending. Whatever. I don't want to watch any more of this. But like seasons 1, 2, and 3 are spectacular. At least 1 and 2. I can't remember 3 totally. I think that one was really good. But no, it just reminds me. It has that 28 Days Later vibe as well. Yeah. This cat was born. Ren was born in '95. So 28 Days Later came out probably 5 years later. So I remember seeing that in the theater in New York City.
Wow, has it been that long?
Yeah, dude, that's an old, that's 20-something-year-old movie now, I think, at this point.
That's insane.
Movie's awesome. It still holds up.
Yeah, it does.
And if you're a zombie connoisseur at all, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, the one that came out sort of right around that, it's right before that.
Yep.
You know who directed that?
No.
Zack Snyder.
Ooh.
Isn't that pretty funny?
Well, it's kind of
this is pre all
Justice League.
Pre-Justice League.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like that, and that movie's phenomenal too. It sort of reintroduced that and 28 Days Later together. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. It reinvigorated.
No apologies here. It is what it is.
I'm hugging Johnny Bear. I just can't help it. I just get so excited. Well, because that's what happens when we see a video like this. We get excited and pumped up, and
Yeah, I mean, it is exciting.
it makes me not want to do my normal job.
Yeah.
Makes me want to do like fun stuff and go watch art. Like maybe go to an art gallery and stare at a painting.
Crazy. No,
You know, like,
Baxter.
No, and like get emotional. When I was in Spain and I saw the Guernica, that painting, I almost went to tears. I didn't let my notes and men don't cry, so I would not do that. That'd be gross. But no, it's so big and powerful, and like certain pieces of art and music, you know, it can still affect you even as old curmudgeons that we are.
That's true.
It was nice to see this and think of when I had feelings like when I was a young person. Yeah, there's
When I used to care about things.
no, so,
What was new?
so do yourself mainly to our audience that watches this before, do yourself a favor and like look at HI Ren.
Yeah.
Like HI, HI, then space REN.
R.E.N. Yeah.
The artist is Ren. But watch
Just like the Knights of Ren.
God bless you.
It's true.
The nerds come forth. Always. I like that we don't have the little labs on so I can hit myself now.
I walked to the gas station yesterday. I have to say this. This was the funniest thing that's happened to me.
We're done
in the
anyways.
longest time, and it's just the nerds come forth. So I'm getting like a little coffee thing and like a friggin' some candy I shouldn't be eating.
Gross.
Yeah, it was gross. And there's this dude who's obviously sort of a nerd. I mean that in the greatest way, sir, if you happen to watch this. And he's standing there and he's talking to the girl that's like at the counter at the gas station. And he's like, so, what's your favorite anime? And she's like, well, this is going to sound really like lame, but she said some anime and she's like, but now I'm really into like, I don't know, something about Titans or something.
Attack on Titan.
Something, whatever.
Titan 8.
And then like I'm obviously standing there. She weighs me up, and I go up, and the dude cuts me the worst side eye ever. Like he just wanted to like because I ruined it. But I wasn't trying. I was literally like, please take your time. But then he's like, whatever, and he walked out.
Guns and ladies. That's all I care about.
So I apologize, sir, about ruining your anime moment. But
you should walk it. If you haven't watched Attack on
wonderful.
Titan, it's a wonderful anime. It's a great show. It's super weird, and as they all are. I'm watching the original Mobile Suit Gundams with my son right now, so I'm a nerd too. But
we're all nerds.
There's this one meme dude that's like he's talking about like Pokemon and Pikachu characters. Find it on the internet where this dude's like this girl. It's this young dude he's talking about. He's like and like fluffy bat face, and the girl's like and was getting like incensed that he didn't know the names of these characters. Like she's losing her shit, and it's fantastic. So watch that and find it on the internet. I gotta go though. Check out Ren, HI Ren. All the way, check them out. We support it. Thank you for creating some new music that inspired us all this morning.
Yep.